Hello, welcome to Agisoft, and today this will be the second part of the three video series we talked about. In the last video we used drone deploy to process the drone image. So today we're still using this image. So you need to make sure that your image has a good overlap and the resolutions are good. Especially, it shouldn't be too dark and it shouldn't be too bright. With that in view, we're going to go ahead and launch Agisoft. That's the software we're using today. Agisoft. I'm just going to search for it. Then I'm using this Agisoft Metashape 5 Professional. That's the one I'm using. Version 2.3, right? Okay, so we have the software turned on. So basically, what you need to do first is to go and get your image. That's the first thing, is to import the image. So you go to workflow and then you see add photos. You can also add photos or you can add it as a folder, depends, but let's add photos. So you will navigate to a folder where the work is. So this is where it is and you can see all of it. So you're going to highlight all the pictures. So I'm going to press and then scroll to the last and use shift button to hold the rest. So with a shift, I have all the images selected. So I'm just going to click on open, and all the pictures have been imported in. All right. So these are like the ground control points. So if you remove it, and then so make sure that they have a good kind of the control points and all of that. So with this, I'm just going to select all of them again using the shift. All right. So once I've done that, I'm going to go to workflow and I'm going to first align the photos. So the software will align the photos to see how the overlaps and all of that. So I'm going to click on align photos. Then here you need to know that the accuracy, you can also go for highest, but just know that your system is not the kind of system you're using for processing. So you're either going to use this, but because of tutorial, I'm going to use medium so that it can process fast. All right. So they're asking for source and all of that. So if you go under this advanced, you will see the key points, limits, the tile point, and all of that. So I'm going to just leave everything the way it is, and I'm going to click on OK. So it's asking found oblique camera without specific capture distance. So let's continue. All right, so it's going to align, and when it's done, we'll be able to see what the result is going to give us. So it has finished alignment. So you can see it's done alignment. So now what we need to do is to go back to workflow, and we want to build cloud point, and because that's from cloud point, that's when we'll be able to so we're going to build cloud point. So you click on build cloud point. Now here, like I said, we'll be using the ultra high. Will give you a very detailed point clouds that will be able to prepare all the details that is required, like serious details. But then depending on the system you're using, so I'm going to still use medium. High and medium can actually give you a bit of, but if you are doing a serious work, please always try and use ultra high and use a very high system. So I'm going to use medium again, and then let's come down. I think there's no need for, maybe let's say calculate point confidence, and then that's all. You now click on OK. So it's going to take a bit of time, like maybe an hour, 2, 3, or 4, depending on the speed of your system. So I'll be back when it's done processing. So the second process of this processing has finished. So we're going to go one more time to the workflow. Now, depending on what you want to do, we've been able to build the point cloud, and now we'll build model. Now, we either build model or we build auto mosaic. Now auto mosaic is when you have the whole video, the whole images compressed into one, and then that's also we're going to build a model now. Then after model we'll now build auto mosaics. All right, so just click on build model. So it's just going to analyze the point cloud, and it's going to ask you, okay, what do you want to do? The source is, we can leave everything to all of that, whether depth map or the point cloud. Then the face count, let's also reduce it for the processing time. All right, but if you have a very high machine of use, then you can either look at how to increase it. The highest, like I said, gives you the better result, especially the ultra high. All right, so with that you get that very result, and when you've done all of that, you click on OK. So we allow it to process. Once it's done, we now proceed into producing the auto mosaic. Now that the model has been completed, we'll go further to go to workflow, and then we can either decide to build texture or build auto mosaic. So let's build texture. In other versions, let's say you hear it say mesh. So let's build texture. So I'm going to click on texture, and then I will leave these settings like this. I'm not going to add anything to it, and I'm just going to click on maybe check advanced to be sure of anything. Then I'll just click on OK. So after this building of either texture or mesh, depending on the versions you're using, we'll be able to build an auto mosaic. So let's wait for it to get done, and then as we proceed. So we'll be able to build texture. So I'm just going to zoom. You see now, look at this texture. Can you see? It's bringing out the whole mosaic of all the area we've done so far. So we have one more thing to do, or two. Yeah, so these are the ground control points you can see. All right, the ground control points plus the referencing of all of it and all of that. So now we'll go back to workflow, and this time around we're going to build DEM or we build auto mosaic. So that's what we want to. Most of the time, most of this work requires you to come with the auto mosaic as all in one picture of the satellite imagery. All right, so that's what we're going to do. So we're just going to build auto mosaic. All right, so now here is the point. When you're building auto mosaic, you want to know which coordinate system this whole thing is. If it's not in this, you can go for more and make a selection. So I'm certain that this work was done on the projected coordinate system, which I just see it here. So let's say you can make selection, but you can also leave it at default if you don't want to, or you're not sure of what coordinate system your work is. Then you go in, and if you're sure of your coordinate system your work in, you go in and make a choice. So I'm just going to look for mina zone 32, or so they are quite many here, so you have to acquaint yourself in making selections to this. So I know if we look for mina, we'll find, yeah, so we have mina. So we have mina on the, I don't know, but majorly mina zone 32 is where this whole thing is stationed, because this is Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria. So if I click on OK, but like I said, if you are unsure, then you will just leave it at the default location it just gave you. All right, so coming down right here, the surface, whether you want to build a model or you want to make it cloud point, so you make selection. Now the blending mode is the mosaic, which is the default if you want to do an average, but right now we're interested in the mosaic. Right now, if you say we want to refine the seamless, we will not be able to click on this. So any selection you make, it's just two selection or this. So we can leave everything the way it is, and then they're asking the pixels whether it's in meters. If it's not in meters, you make a change to it, and you can also add length and all of that. But basically, these settings are not really necessary. You can decide to leave everything the way you see it. So when you're done and satisfied with that settings, you click on OK. Okay, it says please select save picture in. Alright. Oh, so let's do that again. So I think we'll leave it the way this is. Yeah, let's leave it the way it is so that we don't like please save project. Okay. Oh, okay. So we'll just save the project. Yeah, so we just save the project first. They're asking us to save the project first. Alright, so it's going to save the whole project. That's what I didn't see well. I was talking about the projection we used. Alright, so we've saved the project as it said. So alright, so it has done that. So now let's go further to, you can see that because we've saved the project, every other thing here has been common, but we are only interested in orthomosaic. So I'm just going to, like I've explained, so we don't need to do that. So we'll just click on OK. So now we're putting everything together. So it's going to orthomosaic this whole thing. So if we still have time, we could also do that DEM, but this is all of it. So once this process finish, we will get back to finishing and all of that. So now that we've processed all that we want, the auto mosaic, so the next thing we will do is to export these things we've generated so far. So if you go to file now and then you go down to the export button, then you could see what you were able to export. You were able to export our point cloud. So let's start by exporting our point cloud. So we're going to get the where we'll save our data. So I'm just going to put on this drone footage and then I'll just put it as data. Alright, just create a folder called data. So inside this folder I'm going to have point clouds. So I'm going to call it point clouds. So we're going to have point cloud, and then we hit on the save button. So while we hit on the save button, we'll now make some few selections to adjust every other thing. Now the coordinate system, and then we looked at, okay, I won't make any selection whether we have a ground and all that, but don't need to do anything here. So we just hit on the OK. So it's going to take its time and export. So it's, it's exporting. So it's 99% done. Wow. Waiting for it to elapse so that we can. So the cloud points or the point cloud have been exported. So we'll go back to file again and go to export. And then if you want to export the model, we can also do that. So let's say let me just say MDE. Okay, we have this here, so we can complete it since my O and my L doesn't work. So I'll just say model and click on save, then click on OK. So the last will come to export, and then we come to export auto mosaic, which is now like the satellite imagery coming like Jotiv and all of that. So we're going to say auto mosaic, and then we hit on save. And so if you look at everything, I think the compression techniques, you can choose JPEG or anything. So I'm going to choose up JPEG for me, but you can leave it at every default settings and all of that. If you this background, like all of this extra side of it, so you can either make it black or you can leave it at white or anything. So once you are agreed with everything, you just click on. You can also increase this to like 100 and all of that. So if you're done, just click on save, and then it will export. So once exported, and that's pretty it. So this is how to process drone images using the Agisoft Metashape file, Metashape Professional. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. But don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and then leave us any comment of what you feel like and maybe anything you want us to work on, and then we'll get right into it. So thank you. I love you. Bye.